Okay. All right. So, how do you feel about the Burlington Mall the way it is?
It's all right. Not, I don't think a major attraction, but it's there.
It's like pretty good. I mean, I don't go there very often, but it's definitely has everything I would expect.
I mean, like a little tacky. I mean, definitely compared to the rest of Church Street, which definitely has more of a historical aesthetic.
It's fine. Don't really go in there often, but it's a mall, you know.
I mean, I think it's fine the way it is. I don't shop at malls a ton, so I feel like, I think it's fine.
So, how do you feel about the Burlington Mall project that's going on right now?
I'll be honest, I'm kind of bummed about it. Vermont is such a wonderful little town place, and to kind of take this really nice homey setting and want to build like a huge building and force a whole bunch of new business here, which is not bad per se.
Well, the parts that I understand, I'm actually kind of excited for it.
Yeah.
I think Church Street is just such an amazing part of Vermont. It's iconic.
Yeah, I think it's really great for the progression of Burlington, Vermont in general. I think it should, expand, our tourism and honestly make our, everything going on right now in Burlington more progressive and financially better.
I think it's great. I think that Burlington can only get better when we update our downtown system. I think the current mall has been good for what it needed to be, but increasing traffic flow and creating more space I think can be great for just getting people in and out of Burlington and keeping everyone happy.
So I think the addition of some apartments there, and centralizing some of the things could actually be even more of an attraction to the downtown for Burlington.
I think it's a really decent thing. Yeah, it'll give more people a place to live right downtown.
Like, we have such a beautiful community here, and to have construction here now for so long and have to deal with a whole bunch of other new things, it just really bums me out.
How many floors it's going to be, I forgot, but that should help out a lot of people.
I am psyched that it's going to open up Pine Street so you can drive up through there, and not so psyched about how tall it is, because it's going to cut off views of the lake from one way and then the hills from the other.
I mean, I'll be honest, I don't really know much about it, but I think it'll be good for like the tourism and stuff. 'Cause, like Burlington's a beautiful place. I love coming down here on Church Street and everything, and I think other people should be able to enjoy it too. So
The idea of a mall on Church Street that's actually attractive to people. It doesn't seem like very many people go into the downtown one currently. So if you were to give them something that was really attractive to be part of, I think would just bring even more people to downtown Burlington.
They're looking to change the zoning to 160 feet, so about 14 stories. Yeah. How do you feel about a change of zoning?
That's great. Be able to look out the lake too on one side.
Now that I can see changing the landscape of downtown Burlington a little bit. That's pretty high compared to everything else. So I don't know. I haven't really thought about that one, but
Again, bums me out because we have this small town feel here. Like, if you look around in Vermont anywhere, there's no huge buildings here, and now we're starting to invite this commerce that has to happen everywhere else, but it doesn't have to happen here. We can have the same large amounts of commerce and encourage large amounts of tourism through our like natural ecotourism and things like that, not build new grand places to have people come and maybe not have business there.
Oh, so it would become like a taller building. Okay, that's interesting because like Burlington doesn't have tall buildings, I guess.
Like, it seems like 50-50, maybe like it might not even fill up. There's already empty businesses down there. They built this huge, beautiful mall, and half of it's empty. I know it's for the renovations, but before that, even places were leaving, and commerce is not very good. So
I don't like it. I don't agree with how tall the UVM has been building their buildings, so I don't want to see any taller buildings in Burlington. I'm from around here. I think it just blocks off views.
I think it's okay. I'm from New York where we have a lot of big buildings, so I'm not afraid of a little height. I think it will change the character of the city, but hopefully it'll be done really smart, and it'll be done in a way that's positive and only adds to the great city that we all live in.
As long as the footprint didn't extend to be too much, because I think right now where it is pretty good, but if it got a little much, that kind of take away from how it kind of fits decently well into the downtown.
I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. I think that personally the a lot of the views from Burlington come from not this exact Church Street area. So I think building up gives opportunities for people to live here. It gets more people into Burlington, more affordable housing, and just creates a better downtown area.
I mean, I'm from Greenpoint, Brooklyn, and the higher the buildings, the more the more stuff that we can have going on. So I think as long as it stays in a safe zoning situation, I think that it'll be great for for downtown and everything in general. So.
I think it honestly depends on where. If you get down towards like the waterfront, I would say don't go so high because people like to be able to see like the lake and everything. But other than that, I don't think it'd be like that bad of an idea because it gives you more room for like different stores or like restaurants and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it seems kind of extreme, I guess, like for Church Street to suddenly get like so much taller, or just like this section. And I also think that it would probably, I don't know, it would be interesting to see if it would like take business away from like the rest of Church Street and like the local businesses having so many more options in the mall. But I don't know, it could also just bring more people here in general, so it could do either of those things.
I personally think it's fine just the way it is. The scenery of Vermont and of Church Street is something that I've sort of been around my entire life and something that I've been gotten used to my entire life, and I think adding something that big would kind of ruin the scenery of Vermont, in my opinion. Plus, Vermont and Burlington just isn't a skyscraper city, and I feel like changing something right now would lead to a lot more changes, and I'm just not sure how I feel that would impact the city as a whole.
Are there any other developments that you'd like to see?
I think we can always improve on parking. I think it's a huge thing here. I personally live in Burlington and have a parking space, which I value more than anything, but I know that a lot of people don't. And so that's always a huge concern for people bringing more housing into the area and not more parking. But I trust that people are going to figure out a solution for that too.
I'm excited about the city market in the Old North End that they're talking about doing. I've been talking about the local store owners there. I think that a few of them have a really good chance of staying where they are.
Just because it's such a beautiful place, and to create jobs and to create tourism, even more tourism in Burlington, I think would be fantastic. So the more the better.
Honestly, I just would like to see us to continue to get be progressive. There's a lot of stuff going on that with the law and stuff like that, and Burlington is starting to become kind of a controversial conversation generally. So if we can continue to go up with progression like this, I think we're gonna have a happier and safer and more overall better town to live in. So
I think they should make a room up at the top of it, or the last floor where it's weatherized on the 14th floor, and like all glass so people can freely go up there and look.
I like it. Yeah.
Okay.
We mostly come here because it's the biggest city in Vermont and it's 2 hours away. So when we come here to do touristy things.
What would you like to see Burlington be?
Comfortable.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the thing I love about this place so much, is that it's just big enough that I can feel like in a city, comfortable in a city, but it's just small enough that I see people on a daily basis, people that I care about. So keeping it not the same, but making sure that our public things are they should be making sure the buses are good, making sure that people can get what they need, not sell people things.
Yeah. Do you have anything else that you want to say?
No, I don't think we should be afraid to grow. I just think we should grow in a way that that builds upon our strengths. And I think being from New York, we don't always build in a smart way, and sometimes bigger isn't necessarily better. So that kind of contradicts what I said earlier. But I do think that I trust that Burlington will do the mall well. So I'm tentatively optimistic and excited to see it take form.
That's awesome. Okay, thank you so much.